I want to elaborate a little more on this, the mark of the beast phrase, okay? The mark of the beast. Who hasn't heard that, right? So that in front of you is one direction of the letters that correspond with the numbers in the alphabet. I don't have it shown there, but before I did that, it had double digits in areas where there might be a letter T or an S and so forth. Now what you come up with is 177 and 78, okay? And yes, he was 78 when he took the Oval Office this time, right? Of course it's an Oval Office for the eye, but 177 and 78. This is how you break this down. Keep in mind the devil is in the details. Always. That breaks down to the number 30, okay? What did Judas betray Christ for? 30 pieces of silver. Your money is the mark. In God we trust. I'm sure all of you here know this, but that statement is in case someone wanders through here, I hope, that will see this and catch on to it, because they have duped this entire world with "In God We Trust" on the money. So the phrase equals 30 pieces of silver. And that's after breaking it down as far as you can take it, right? No, that's actually not true. So now you have the 30 pieces of silver. What does 30 equal? What does 30 equal when you write it out? And the numbers add up to 100. 100%, okay? Can't make that up. And then when you break down the word 30 from 100 into, you know, the smaller amount of the numbers, then you have 37. As above, so below, for anyone that is doing the math on this. So 137, of course, is 137. And the 1 and the 3 would be A and C, G. Okay. AC. And keep in mind, that's why, I mean, this is so far littered back, it's unbelievable. You know, that's why they call the cooling units in our houses ACs, or your electric AC, because they want people to say, "Oh, I love my AC in the summer." They need that because, as the word says, they will give power to the name, number, and image of the beast, okay? Unknowingly. Okay, no one would do it on purpose, for the most part. Of course, there are those dirt bags out there, but be careful what comes out of your mouth. It didn't have to be called an air conditioner, okay? If anything, that's actually an odd thing to say. Conditioning the air. No, it's cooling the air. We just accepted all these ridiculous terms and verbiage and have been born into sin, haven't we? So watch out for this kind of stuff. But the 30 pieces of silver, I'm telling you, your money is marked. Christ warned. He told people not to use money. Now, do I still use it? Absolutely I do. Very little. The Lord has taken almost all of it from me, and that's fine. I rebuke it before I touch it, before I give it to anyone. And keep in mind, it is made from a tree, okay? Paper is made from a tree, and that's why you get it from your branch bank, okay? A tree has branches. I could go on and on here, I guess, but I know I've said a lot of these things before, but it's so important to realize that there's a reason they told you not to look at the numbers and made people in fear of looking at numbers. And you don't have to be no superhuman to figure out these numbers. They're very low in intellectual value to figure out what they've done, but they're very telling. Understand that they're very telling. The mark of the beast just happens to add up to 30 pieces of silver, and 30 just happens to add up to 100 or 100%. Okay, and 100, and then the 37. There's so much more I could say, but I don't want to complicate it too much right now. Just keep that in mind. And what does 137 equal? In many directions, you know, you add these things, these spells. 1, 3, and 7, of course, obviously is 11. 11, a little 11 runs the bread. And the word 11 holds 3 6s in the mirror. There's other number combinations in there, and they all equal out the same kind of deal. The numbers are the problem. If no one spoke any numbers today on this entire earth, the veil would fall off of them. Everyone would see the maggot-looking, vile creatures that they are instantly. They're covered by an energy field that is sucked out of the masses. When they think about them, say their names in a good way, you understand? I'm not talking about you folks. I know you rebuke them, but most people praise these demons, and that's how they stay hidden and cloak. All of those things. I know that doesn't even sound real, does it? They cloak. You need to think about that coat of many colors. We were given many truths. None of it's topical. None of the Bible is topical. Please read deeper. I would really like to hear what some of you find when you're digging, when you don't read topically. That's like the mark of the beast. It's in your hand and on your forehead. It's been said in many ways. In the forehead, on the hand. It's no matter what you do, it has variations of that. But if something is in your hand, that doesn't necessarily mean it's inside your hand, okay? That phone right now is in your hand. And the letter N is being pronounced when you say I-N, okay? The letter N just happens to be Orange Baboon's birthday number, 14. And on I could go with this. The thing is, this doesn't work out sometimes. This always shows exactly what's happening. How could the mark be on your head or in your head? Well, of course, there's the literal mark that people will take also. But keep in mind, it's deeper than that. No one is going to walk up to you with 3 6s and say, put this on your forehead. Everything is covered up. Nothing is topical. There will be 3 6s in that mark. It will be invisible because no one would take a mark, even the dumbest of dumb. Even people that don't follow the Lord would not do it cosmetically concerning to them. They wouldn't want that, okay? The mark will be something like the 11, okay? 11 literally holds 3 6s, and a little 11 runs the bread. It doesn't matter if it's spelled the same. It's what comes out of our mouths that defiles us. Okay, I think I have gone on long enough here. If you have any comments, please leave them. And thank you very much.